if we're talking about idol anime, this one has to be one of the most best, underrated, misunderstood shows of all of anime. Throwback Wednesday Season 4 begins now. So what's going on, fellow YouTubers? Shadow Gamer AX coming at you with another Throwback Wednesday episode for you guys today. And today what we're going to be talking about is one of my favorite, and not to mention one of the first shows that I've ever seen when I got into anime. When I first got into anime, there was two shows I was watching at the time. Aside from all the noticeable and popular ones that came over the West, like Dragon Ball and all, we're going to exclude those because at this point, this is where I got into all different anime, and the ones that are unnoticed and impossibly unrecognized for what the show itself has and manga has always achieved. It kind of brightened my horizons of all kinds of anime out there that's not on the popular genre. Those of you that are new to Throwback Wednesday, the point of this show is to give those spotlights to those shows that didn't get it in the beginning. To actually recommend those shows to other people who are into this type of genre or different types of genre in the world. So as I was saying before, there was two shows I was watching. The first one was Tonjin Teague, and I believe the other one in Japanese is titled Full Moon wo Shagate. Searching for the Full Moon is basically the English translation for this anime, and might I say it is one of the most underrated shows of all time, basically. So with that being said, we are going to get into the plot, the characters, and the facts about this show, and what you need to know going into this anime. So without further delay, let's begin. So the original story was written by Arina Tanemura. The original manga's run started in 2002 and ran for 2 years, which is a good solid run. I believe it had 7 volumes so far as what we know, and they had an anime adaptation list of 52 episodes. Now, what's really interesting about this anime, both the manga and the anime has alternative endings from each other. So while the original ending is from the manga, it turned out differently than what the anime tried to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the plot first, and then I will compare the two endings and show you guys. Now, this is the one thing that I really want to cover before we get into it, is the characters and their backstory are vital to this anime. Now, you may not find a lot of different backstories to these certain important characters, mainly Mirako, because one, Mirako backstory is not explained in the anime, but it is explained in detail in the manga. So what I would do if I want a better understanding of it, and I would recommend you guys look up the backstories of these characters, because these characters that are in the anime have deep connections with each other. It's like an inner circle. Every character is connected with the main character or has some kind of relationships or relations with the main character's family. So that's also to keep in mind. Warning. If you haven't seen this show, I highly recommend checking this show out before you watch it any further. Because I will get into spoiler territory, and if you don't want to be spoiled for this show, I'd recommend checking out the anime, and I highly encourage it. Then come back here. Deal? Okay. Enough of me yapping, let's get into the plot. 12-year-old Mitsuki Koyama dreams of becoming a singer to reunite with her first love, Eiichi Sakurai. However, She is affected with sarcoma. You could probably take that as throat cancer or a tumor, which affects her ability to breathe and sing loudly. Her tumor is curable, but only through surgery that could damage her vocal cords. At the same time, her grandmother hates music and completely is opposed to Mitsuki's wish and to audition. Mitsuki's dream seems impossible to achieve, until one day she is visited by two Shinigami, Takuto and Meriko, whom only she could see. Both Takuto and Meriko individually tip Mitsuki off that she only has 1 year left to live. Mitsuki then realizes she cannot wait any longer to fulfill her dream, so she runs away from home and from the Shinigami to try to audition for a singing competition. He moves Takuto to agree to a compromise. If Mitsuki promises to go quietly when her year is up, he would help her become a singer so she could leave the world and with no regrets. Takuto gives her the ability to transform into a completely healthy 16-year-old so that she could meet the age requirements to audition for the singing competition without hindrance or pain. Mitsuki wins the judges over with her excellent voice and enthusiasm for singing, stealing a contract with Siege Records. To conceal her true identity, she chose to use the stage name Full Moon. Now, what's really amazing to me is the chemistry between Takuto and Mitsuki. So Takuto and Mitsuki at the end basically has a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship at this point. Like, it really does show them grow closer to each other, and then Takuto's willingness to sacrifice everything just to save her. Within that year journey, she learns and experiences what it means to be an idol. And within those experiences, within the drama, within the supernatural part of it, it really is one of the best shows to date. I'm talking so highly of this show because it's just a complete human story. Like, it's just a wonderful slice of life. However, I would use the term tearjerker. Now, the one comparison that I want to make, and I'll show you the screenshot. Now, you guys don't have to read all of it, but what I want to touch is the bottom and towards the end. So, it states right here. So, towards the end, I think, if I remember correctly, that Mariko gave him the flower of forgetfulness, and he could no longer be a Shinigami, or he could become a ghost, so he had to regain his life as a human, and the same ordeals befall Takuto at the end. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, every character has a backstory, which leads you to understand this show more and more. It's very complex. Let me just make that clear. Now, what happens with Mariko, instead of her staying with the Shinigami like she does in the manga, she turns into an angel at the end of the anime. Towards the end, and it actually worked with those types of changes. And then she also tells Mitsuki that goodbye and to take good care of Takuto, and then Mitsuki comes running after him, and basically Takuto remembers everything that had happened up until that point. So basically the happy ending for the anime. Now, the manga ending, from what I understand, is Mariko basically, instead of the anime where she had it turned into an angel, she basically stayed a Shinigami, ultimately partnering back up from her former partner, Izumi. This anime is a very powerful message. It's not only about changing one's fate, but also giving you the strength to overcome your ordeals, giving you the strength to move forward each and every single day. That's what this show message meant to me. Like, that is a very powerful message. acting and the storytelling was so on point that it really made me tear up. And it's really difficult having me tear up. I'm telling you what. The only shows that actually did that was Claimed After Story and this show right here. Like, there's so little shows that really have that emotion that goes with the story that is trying to convey, the message that is trying to convey. And by the 52nd episode, you really feel like your heart drops. Like, you understand, and the spine goes up. Everything just stands up. And that's what entertainment is supposed to do. It's supposed to give you feelings. It's supposed to give you the feelings for those characters. You're supposed to feel. And if you don't feel, then it doesn't work. You're supposed to feel happy for the characters. You're supposed to feel sad for the characters. You're supposed to feel angry for the characters. Like, you're experiencing what the main character is experiencing. And this show explains that and does it so well. Words cannot describe how good this show actually was. And to think that this anime was made in the earliest of 2000. My God. Oh, man. It just shows you that a lot of people aren't as passionate as they once were. And that's really a shame, because nowadays they just want to get their voice acting done, then produce it, and it's like, dude, where's the heart? Where's the feeling? Where is that message that you're trying to convey to your audience? That is what makes the world go round. That is what makes entertainment and filmmaking so good. People love anime for this reason alone. Aside from fan service, this is the one point that people love anime for. It's constant need to storytell and basically convey a hidden message, a point to all of the ordeals the character goes through, to convey a simple quote. But I just simply call them hidden messages within the story. And when you watch a series all the way through, or read a series all the way through, you can understand the artists and what the person who created the show is trying to convey, is trying to say. This show is really interesting, and it's really good with a story. If you love good storytelling, I would recommend checking this show out, because, you know, it's one of the most underrated shows of the early 2000s. Oh, I don't understand, man. It's weird me talking about this years later. And, like, it always benefits me watching old anime, because there's so many shows that we have never seen before. That we just now realize, oh, I forgot about this show. Maybe I should watch that on the back burner. And then we forget about it. Years later, we come back to it and we figure out that we had it all bookmarked, but we never really watched it. I don't know, man. It's weird to me, though. But anyway, guys, if you've seen Searching for the Full Moon or Full Moon Oshigate, please let me know in the comments what you thought of the whole entire story. I'm eager to know your thoughts and opinions on it. There's almost one more thing I forgot to mention before I end the video off. The anime is half dubbed, meaning there's like 20, 28, 29 episodes before they completely shut down the dub, but it's okay. I like it subtitled anyway. I want to thank you guys for watching this video all the way through. It means a lot to me, guys. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you want to see other previous episodes that we've done in the past, feel free to check out the description down below. I have a link to my last season and this season's list of episodes. So with that being said, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys.